Welcome back, and today we're going to be looking at statistics, and we're going to be dealing with part one of the statistics, and then we're going to be looking at mean, medians, and mode. Those are the things specifically we are looking at in the part one of the statistics. Maybe the other part we'll be looking at the average, the standard deviation, the other aspect of statistics. But for today, we focusing our attentions on mean, median, and more. But before we go to mean, median, and more, I just want to elaborate a little on statistics. Statistics is a branch of mathematics that actually deals with collections of data, analyzing of data, and the interpretations of data for a better recommendation, for a very simple way. And then let's look at the mean, the median, and the more given us with this little data that have been given us today. And in other words, before we go about doing this data, what we need to observe first is that this data this is on group data. So this data is on group. This data is on group. In other words, it's not a range. So there are basically two ways in order to arrange a data. You either arrange a data, in an ascending order, or you arrange it in the descending order. These are the two ways to arrange data. You can arrange data in the ascending order or the descending order. And what is the ascending order? The ascending order basically has to do with you arrange the data from the smallest to the biggest. And descending order has to do with you arrange the data from the biggest to the smallest. Okay, now let's take one of these steps. Let's arrange the data. This data, let's arrange the ascending order and see. So if we arrange the data in the ascending order, what you observe is that the two will come first because we are arranging it from the smallest to the biggest. The two will come first, then the two come again, and then between 7 and 5, we see that 5 is less than 7, and the next one is 7, and the next one is 8, and the next one now is what? 11. So this is a ascending order way of arranging the data. But what about if we want to arrange in the descending order way? So we just want to reciprocate this whole arrangement. So we want to say 11, we want to say 8, we want to say 7, we want to say 5, we want to say 2, and we want to say 2. So here is the ascending order arrangement, and here is the descending order arrangement. Now, basically, let's look at the mean, the median, and the mode in this data. So let's just take the ascending order arrangement of the data. So to 5, 7, 8, and then 11. So if we talk about mean, the mean is the average. The mean is the total average number. So we're going to count this number, and we add every one of this number, and then we divide by the total number of this. So when we see that we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we got 6 numbers written here. Now, if we add all of this number here, we see that 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 11. We're taking a step-by-step way of addition. So we see that 4 plus 5 is 9. So we say 9 plus 7 plus 8 plus 11. 9 plus 7 is 16. So we have 16 plus 8 plus 11. So 16 plus 8 is what? Is 24. So 24 plus 11 is what? 35. 24 plus 7 is 35. So if you see this now, you see that this there is 35. So the 35 here in the mean, what we do is we count this number. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will say here 35 divided by 6. So if you divide 35 by 6, you'll see that is what? Um, is 30 into 6 into 35. We know that 6 times 5 is 30. So we say 5 here. 6 times 5 is just 30. We go minus the 5 will remain. So you know 6 cannot go into 5. That is 5 cannot be divided by 6 anymore. So you're going to put a decimal point here and a 0 here. See that? So if we say 6 into 50, 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 8 is 48. And 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 6 is 36. And 6 times 7 is 42. And 6 times 8 is what? 48. So you see that it's 48. And then you see 15 minus 48 is just 2. 6 cannot go into 2 anymore. So because of the decimal point here, we're going to add 0 to this. So 6 and 6 go into 20. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. So we're going to put a 3 here. 6 times 3 is just 18. And minus. So you will see that this 3 here will be repeating. So we can just put one of the 3 here. In other words, put in this. So we'll say now the mean is equal to 35 divided by 6, which gave us 5.833. It repeated. So this becomes the mean here. This becomes the mean. And then the very two simple way that we can solve this problem is we find the median. So if let's look at the data right here. The median have to do with the center number, the number that is located within the center. That's have to do with the median. So if we calculate number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there are 6 numbers here. So if we take 2 numbers this side and we take another 2 number here, there is 2 numbers remain in the center, which is 5 and 7. So 5 and 7, if you add 5 plus 7, you will see that you have 12. So we say 5 plus 7 is 12. But there's 2 numbers here. So it's 12 divided by 2, which is equal to what? 6. So here, between here, the median is 6. And what about the more? The more have to do with the number that repeats over and over. So we just say, in a very simple way, we say the more is the number that repeats over and over. So which number repeats over and over again is just 2. Because there's 2 here and there's 2 here. So the more is 2. So maybe part 2 of the statistics, we'll be looking at standard deviation, variance, and other aspects of statistics. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel.